Hey everyone, Scott Collier, West Ham Fan TV. Welcome to the big match preview. Today I'm previewing the West Ham versus Burnley game, 3 o'clock kickoff Saturday at the London Stadium. Another tough fixture. You know, a very disappointing and poor display by us away at Swansea. A 6-pointer game that was, and we just didn't turn up. They were up for it. They were full of fight. They wanted desire. They shut us down. Our players need to look at that performance that Swansea put out against us and try and emulate that against Burnley, because as you know, Burnley are on a good run. You know, they're having a good season, sitting there in 7th place. But you know, we need to win this game. We can't afford to go into the break. You know, we've got a 21 break between now till we play when we play Burnley, sorry, to Southampton. We don't want to be in the bottom 3 during that time. So we need a massive performance. Players should be looking to redeem themselves this week if they're in the starting 11 and make up for that shocking display away to Swansea. So, as I said, poor run of form, 1 win in our last 7, but on the plus side, at home, we've started to hit a little bit of form. We are unbeaten in our last 5 at home. Obviously, the last home fixture was a 2-0 win against Watford. And also, we haven't lost in our last 6 games against Burnley. 1-1 draw up there earlier on in the season. Andy Carroll getting sent off after we were 1-0 up. And it was late on that Burnley went to get their equaliser. A game, again, we had a few chances. To be honest, I'm very... You know, a draw wasn't a fair result in my mind in that fixture. I thought we fully deserved the win because of the way we made it awkward for them to play, made it hard for them to break us down, but it was just sheer persistence in the end that won through. Going into this game, we've got to be very worried. You know, losing Winston Reid now out for the season, along with Sam Byram to join Obiang, Carroll and Fernandez out for the season. You know, the injury list is getting longer and it's getting worrying. Losing players in key positions. You know, in one game, selling Font and Ayew come back and bit us in the arse. You know, and that's something that the board need to look at and think, you know, it wasn't good business. It was good business selling Ayew for the money we got, but selling him to a relegation rival, not good. And getting rid of Font, who, before he got injured, was our best defender. Again, you know, it's a ridiculous decision to make, especially when there's no one else to bring in. Looking at Burnley in this one, as I said, they're having a very good season, sitting there in 7th, you know, trying to chase down the teams above them to try and get that Europa League spot. But they've only won 1 of their last 13, and that come last week with a 2-1 win over Everton. They're a very well-organised side, hard to break down, which is one of our struggles. You know, when teams come and set up and defend, we do struggle to break them down, but we need to be patient. We need to move the ball, a bit more movement from our midfield as well in this game. You know, and I think we can cause Burnley problems. As I said, they've only got 1 win in their last 13. They don't score many goals. You know, I think they've only scored over 1 goal in a game for 5 fixtures. But as I said, well organised. They don't concede many. It's probably in and around the same stat for times they've conceded more than 1 goal. So as I said, we need to be very disciplined in this one. Shut them down when they've got a ball and keep the movement flowing. Injury-wise, when we look at Burnley, they will be without Walters and Brady. They've got doubts on Heaton and Arfield. You know, so, you know, Brady, good player, good full-back. You know, someone who I would have liked to have seen to try and get off of Norwich when Burnley did sign him. So, you know, that is a bit of a blow for them. But as I said, they are very well organised at the back. As I said, we do need to be up for the fight in this one. Hopefully... I'll be filming the Predicted 11 show, so I've lost my train of thought, tomorrow. So I'll have a bit more team news for you. Hopefully we can see Ogbonna and possibly James Collins coming back. We'll have to wait and see on that one, because he's putting a lot of pressure on young Declan Rice to have to perform. You know, he's a young lad. This is his season. He's broke through. He's putting a lot of pressure on his shoulders, you know, with these centre-backs being out injured. So, you know... I've got a bit of faith in the young lad. He's a very good player. He's got a bright future, and I think he will work well and will benefit from the pressure being put on him. But we need people to start stepping up around him. So, as I said, I have more team news tomorrow for you when I do my Predicted 11 starting lineup. Thank you very much for watching. One thing left to say, come on you irons.